Manever I say ma Pen Dream TV. Pen Dream TV there, o see them yopo.
Abusha Kevin Eko Bedu Taylor wasan aka ho bi why na de ni biem ne samuni mu no enwa na mehwe Kevin Taylor ni Loud Silence TV mehwe no ewo so na ode ne prediction abeto abonten na abusha prediction Eko Bedu Taylor edebeto so no. Now I was thinking so they be like the normal predictions amount for a yenny be yes sana maybe me found abusia now so sana abusia entesa we dear Kevin Eko Bedu Taylor unyano direct NPP first flag bearer race no said you will see a share no ayaka they say edamu a me pese ebeko na yakohwe na wate nyoma bi ase abusia and a Pen Dream TV message so subscribe to the channel. Subscribe ya eboa bi jumadi no eko nanim. Nti subscribe eboa na yentumi emfa de bia ejuma no embramo. But my like it, share na comment it chira wa comment section no ase yenko na yenko hwe Eko Bedu Taylor emra sisia.
For be so carriers no ebe ende because the ebe no ha nwumre e bin si da. And remember I want to take you guys back a little bit. I remember in 2023, thank you very much, team. In 2023, me catch Ghana for any NPP for say, the NDC, they were going to win the elections from the Ashanti region. Before that, from 2022, near Juma, we had people on the ground. We were doing serious research. We never mentioned to anybody. We spent close to $250,000 to do that. We had people, volunteers, who wanted to work for us. And you know the funny thing? We proved to Ghanaians at the end of the day, you had the first platform, you call it the elections, the results in Ghana. And you understand? Because there was a lot of work that went into it. Now, I was Ghana for TBBR when it comes to election prediction and putting out results of elections, and yet a one-day thing, and yet just going out there and talking to one or two people, it takes a long time to get it right. You need to put a lot of investment into it. Now, NPP for primaries way, it has become very delicate. The reason is that sika edienim eche nyansa. And in every election, be a sika bedienim eche eja nyansa no. Now, the people voting, they don't vote as wise people. They vote like sheep. They vote like imwa. So it becomes difficult to predict how the elections will go. And in NPP especially, elections are difficult to predict because majority of the people on the party, highest form of education, JSS. Secondly, they cannot read, they cannot understand, and they don't understand what the message is. And to say, wako NPP fomu, no waka say, give me one policy. All that they know is what can the word policy, but they don't even understand what comes together to form a policy. It's basically like you standing in the zoo and telling all animals in the zoo to vote for you. Obuha obetwama because ono openam. Obuha obetwama because ono opese yekunu deni otwen bi ni kwan. There are so many reasons. Very difficult to analyze an NPP voter because one, they are not intelligent enough to understand. Say or some would see asamono ansana omo make a decision. Majority of them know they are part of the party because of tribal move. Into also is 70% of them a Jimmy Adjuni, a tribe Adjuni, and yet about what you tell them. 30% now can a interest. Saying a menya t-shirt, gele, a mukonko. So such group of their political insects are very difficult to predict how they will reason. I hope you are following me. When it comes to NPP primaries, and you being a pollster, you being a bishop, you being a what, trying to predict it, you need to put in a lot of work. You need to put in a lot of work. Because I can just say, oh, wait there, omokotwaba, no way the omunim nyansa, ometuni say, where can some say, into omunchi nyansa, omunim nyansa. So it's very difficult. And intina, we took our time. The day from June or July, Omoka say, omo pese omo beto omo president presidential primaries abano January no, that is when we started investing in this year primaries. Now, we are talking about 211 delegates. Me sure with Juma ya be do this point. Me wear this segment pay my pong. Yes, because secretary cost and Adwumino say they are still paying money. Bawumia is paying. Kennedy is paying a little bit, but Bawumia is paying a lot. Bawumia has money. Now, we are talking about Ejuma ya number chiromuno. We knew say NPP forward 211,000 delegates. 211,000 delegates. So we asked ourselves, how are we going to reach every single delegate? Yeah, got 211,000 delegates. We are talking about 276 constituencies. Now, we don't want to be speculating. We don't want to look like, say, nipa answer. We wanted to get to the bottom and know the real numbers. So, we decided, say, we were going to follow every single delegate and every single candidate. How are we going to do that? It's cash intensive. We are looking somewhere around $900,000. When it comes to the United States, there are so many agencies here who are willing to give you money to go and conduct these kind of polls. They are there, plenty. So we put everything together and said, this is what we are going to do. We are going to change the dynamics when it comes to election results, election polling. We were going to go deeper than any pollster will go. So this is what we did. We got 20 people in each constituency. 20. In a 276 constituencies around the nation, you have 20 volunteers. 20. And those people, we made sure none of them was a member of the NDC. We made sure these were ordinary people, and some of them even have affiliation to the NPP. Into every constituency, we had 20 people there, stationed there. In fact, we picked them from that constituency because we wanted people who live in the constituency. Now, when you calculate 20 by 76 constituencies, we recruited 5,520 people. 5,520 people. These were volunteers, sir. They signed a contract with us that they are going to volunteer. We were going to pay them, each person, a year 250 Ghana cedis a month. 250 Ghana cedis a month. Now, this is what we did. We also picked 20 people to follow the 5 candidates, Into every candidate, we had 20 people following them. Everywhere they went in Ghana. Baby, I'm campaign biano. Near were 20 people who infiltrated the party grounds. Into near were 20 people following Kennedy Japan around the nation. Baby, stop over. We had our people there. We had a bus. Sometimes they go there before Kennedy gets there. They get there before Bawumia gets there. They go in there as ordinary people and they pick out every single delegate to talk to. Technically, we had 100 people who were assigned to a candidate. Every candidate had 20 following them around the nation. But every constituency also had 20 seated in the constituency looking for the delegate in that constituency. Constituency, we were able to reach them in their farms. We were able to reach them in their markets. And we did not go there as posters or anything. They had a way of talking to them for them to basically tell them where they want to vote, who they want to vote for, and why. And before we left every single delegate, we knew about 80% where that delegate's vote was going to go. We had 20 times 276 constituencies. That was 5,520 people. We have 20 following each candidate. That is 100 people. We had 5,620 people. And these people worked for 7 months. 5,620 people, they worked for 7 months. Now, we spent 250 Ghana cedis on each volunteer every single month. We ended up spending 9.83 million Ghana cedis on this project. 9.8 million cedis. In dollar terms, no, approximately $900,000 miscellaneous gone. That is how much we spent on this primaries. There's a reason why we did that. I was doing this, or I did this because I wanted to send a message to the NDC and those who want to lead the NDC and people who think they are ripe to be NDC leaders. I want to send a message to them. So this is how we did our polls. This is how we were able to get our numbers. Now, we are going to go into the numbers. Team. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the numbers. What is happening now in Ghana is that last week, the whole of last week, I was in Ghana. The whole of last week. Last week, Friday, I was on a flight that same night. And I came to Ghana. Because I had to come and take the executive report. Because they had done everything. They had to hand over the report to me. So I had to meet all my team to take the report. That is why I was in Ghana last week. And I came to Ghana last week to take the report. From July, ABC, a year this month. Now, this is how it's going to look. And let me tell you one thing. NPP 4, from what we are getting tonight, any Ochinano, there's a lot of shifts in the numbers. The reason is simple. The Baumia Aye group, they are a little bit nervous. They are pumping a lot of money. But you see, change is never bano and yet drastic. Change is never bano and yet over 3%. Take and put this on record. We have our team on the ground. The Baumia team and the Kennedy team, they are really paying money. Brandon Champon is paying money. But the amount of money Baumia is pumping into the system and agree against the Ochinano panel, it is crazy. And what they are doing is, they are not so sure about some of the delegates. They are not so convinced. So now, delegates be over about 70%, only too convinced, they need to make sure 30% more than in the Sika to get you to vote for Baumia. And see, the last checks we did this afternoon, the scale, the numbers, they keep shaking a little bit. And to me, I'm making any significant change. It's going to stay within 3%. Into the numbers we are going to put on the screen tonight, these numbers, margin of error, is going to be within 3%. And there's going to be nothing a bit change here. It is going to stay within these numbers. It can never go above these numbers. After this short break, I will show you. All right, Eshi Rado. Omu nyina ba. Se mosia platform yi eni awode ochina monto aba ni wie no number hu say I control the destiny of the NPP. Now, numbers na oba behu no. I know so many people who say it is never possible. It is possible. Rigging ekwaso anadwi. And let me say this, there will be a lot of rigging tomorrow. There will be a lot. Ochina rigging bekoso big time. And numbers some of the better on and numbers are. I catch them say we are going to stay within margin of error of 3. Now, this is how it's going to look tomorrow. And Obia and Kati Peace we. And the date is saying, and the 30th of January 2026. Numbers I'm the better no. Remember be a review. These are numbers that will reflect tomorrow after the NPP primaries. Okay. This is how it's going to look like tomorrow. Margin of error +3 - 3. Mahmoud Bawumia will walk with 56.8%. Mahmoud Bawumia will walk with 56.8%. Kennedy Japan will walk with 40.3%. Listen to me very well. The rest of the candidates will share 2.9%. Ochina, after the results, Mahmoud Bawumia will walk home with 56.8%. Remember, margin of error +3 - 3. Kennedy Ejapon will walk with 40.3%. The rest of the candidates will walk with 2.9%. They will share 2.9%. Now, something is going to happen tomorrow. The monies they are sharing, Kennedy Japan, when you bring in a margin of error, he might lose 3 points. He might drop to 37%. And that 37% no, because that 3% no, Bawumia betuma fabi. And at 2.9 for betuma fabi. So technically, it will either boost Bawumia or boost the 2.9. Now, probability that Mahmoud Bawumia might also lose 3% or add 3% is high. But they are all going to stay within. It's if Kennedy, if the margin of error we are going to put in here, Juma, Kennedy might drop to 37%. But the likelihood of Kennedy going over 40% is not possible. Mahmoud Bawumia can move to 59%. He can move to 58.3%. Mahmoud Bawumia could also drop 3%. That's why I'm saying the margin of error is 3. But the number we are looking at, Ochina, for Mahmoud Bawumia is 56.8. That is our solid number. The number we are looking for Kennedy Japan is 40.3. And I've checked all the polls in Ghana. Obiani Wama Kennedy Japan, a dog chance of even getting 40%. Kennedy will get 40%. That will be Kennedy bed dropping number. It is the money they are sharing tonight, and no one bit my drop Kennedy number. The monies they are pumping. The monies they are pumping tonight into the system, the Bawumia group. That is the only money a bit me a change Kennedy numbers like a crabby. But because the margin of error no, margin of error no, +3 - 3. We are looking at Mahmoud Bawumia. Bawumia not crossing 58%. He can't. He can't cross 57%. That is what is going to happen tomorrow. Ochina date yet 31st of January 2026. Ochina by 6 p.m. You will come back to this number. You'll be shocked. We are talking about 50 + 1. Mahmoud Bawumia will make 56.8. And 56.8, you know, my catch said there's a 3% chance to say it could go up, it could go down. Kennedy, 3% chance to go up or go down. So we are looking at numbers that will fluctuate. And I agree, the numbers keep moving a slow form, but it is not significant. It is not going to change significantly. It is going to stay here. As much as Makacha must say, Omina no mini message, no, and then agree, they have resorted to paying and bribing. Yes. So, I get it. So Shami and Yumbreya, the Baumia team, the Kennedy team, they know what I'm talking about. This is how it's going to play out. It does not matter. And to me, change it. And I know say no pollster has given Kennedy Japan even over 35%. No pollster in Ghana. Yenya research we know Kennedy is going to cross 40%. He's going to get 40.3%. The worst for Kennedy will be 37%. The worst for Kennedy is going to be 37%. And Ochina, we will be here. Ochina Ebebaha. We are not going to go anywhere. We are going to come show you these same numbers. I wouldn't even show you. You people will say numbers nini. And then make sure say +3 - 3 is what we are looking at. And sir, +3 - 3, no. And yet the money they are sharing tonight. I still have team on the ground. I still have people working. I still have people monitoring. The 3 now Makano, Brian Champon, Kobne Japan, and a country, they are going to share 2.9%. Omako Munima 3.1% no my share. They cannot go beyond that. That is where they will stay. It's even funny to me. I'm not kidding you. They are going to share money. A lot of money is going on. They are sharing. A lot of sharing is going on. And there's something I want to do. We are going to end tonight's show here. We are going to put these numbers out. We are still going to go down to work. I need some briefing. Some briefing is supposed to be done in the next hour. And they made to my and say, I'm leaving you with this number. Mahmoud Baumia will make 56.8%. Kennedy Japan will make 40.3%. The rest will share 2.9. Marginal error. +3 - 3 can come in. Kennedy might drop to 37%. Mahmoud Baumia, so bet drop a cry. It is not going to be more than 3%. Mahmoud Baumia, so Beko Denima is not going to be more than 3%. Kennedy Beko Denima, it is not more than 3%. They will all linger around this number. This is what is going to happen tomorrow. Obia Canadian, me say from Ochina, so many careers will end from tomorrow. tomorrow morning. And this is the number, Ochna Ubiabihu. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's been a wonderful evening. In my Airport, I need to go into some briefing. We'll meet tomorrow. I'll do show tomorrow. Ochna, I'll be live. We will discuss tomorrow's results, and we will be here to witness history. God bless you. God bless me. Cheers and good night. Abuatre. Gigim.
Yo! We are best fish. I tell you for some one casamahu and on the Dahonomo. A year Echo Bedu Taylor. And Kevin Echo Bedu Taylor. Massa. Waseho. And from Ene Econo. Yina. You bet take on as one of the credible posters our Ghana and a castle be a good poster. Our no so obi to me ahwe amayahu are predicting into any election in Ghana here with me any Ekobedu Taylor in film essence wa demonstrating amawe obiahu 2024 elections or demonstrating na ni ehu here. In fact, this time wasa aye na de ni biem amana bam pepepe ohwe eye bomia de na eye damu krojin fita what you say eye friend say brother champo de na hu ni say na akoye say eye friend say brother champo akotwe eye vote no bi edi afri eye Kennedy Japan hope sa eye Kennedy Japan vote no bi nti eno na ete Kennedy Japan ne vote no so but ye ka say ye ka dia we any friend credible ye friend say post untimi enka enjira ba bia nka say amfa we afa pepe eno tie dynamics or this shishye mu na let's say ampa unim dia na oye enti Kevin Echo by the way there we salute you Pen Dream TV make sure so subscribe to the channel, like video, na share to other platforms or comment via the factor comment section no as a famine open dying papa ato or East Legon Hills awusua advert no ene da ho no betumi afa lines no na one eye fiura akasa e bedu betumi akọ no wakohwe dan ne de ash Abusha, we a ultra modern 5-bedroom residential property bia year town na ewo East Legon Hills bia ben New Nation School no ho pepepe enye easy compound no SOF ankasa na owura dan no mu abusua wankasa bo hu say yes dan no so owura ni living room ho say anati o chese emu by tre chese etre ankasa chese bibia ho hobi chess mekana says so rahon nya atmosphere no crowd say yes wo visitors washroom kwa ewo eye down honum ase honum ground floor honum oho ena kitchen ewo kitchen no chese wo stove wo microwave wo bibia ewo eye honum usan ewo eye friend saying storeroom bia sa opese usi nyoma ebia washing machine ne ho ade ado betumi de si o de si nyoma ne ho ade ado pia se ho no mo kitchen nchen ho no mo chese visitors bedroom eso e ho de ma ohoho bia waba nchen waba mo nchen ebia meka se onka busua no ho betumi no akoshe ho no mo chese betumi arrest no ho ye bibia ho no hwe bedroom ho no mo obehu se ni bibia also abuja se wo top ho no mo na say wo the first floor ho no abuja ye wo nine adan meka say baako miensa na ewo ho no no so ni nyina eye master's bedroom meka say efe uramu a wo working fence closet wo washroom say ewo inside efe ha we dan mu ha ukha no na ho no no ne working closet say ha we be sisi hu ha no ne ho ade na other side no so upie ho na ukọ ho no mu a ho so washroom we dware bibia nti we be pie fi ho na say wo no Just a wine fresh. Now the P Urahoma. There's a heater yedi a heating shoe bibia ewo inside. Aha. Bibia wo inside. A professional a diane kasa upia bontia. The next room also ena ewo hoi. And also so the same thing. Wo walk-in closet ewo honum sa so ena wo washroom. And also a dynamo a wide ankasa. Imu bi ankasa. Aha. Washroom ni. Yeah, one castle feely atmosphere, no, bibia a womb walking closet, bibia a womb, aha, and the second one, the third room, no so no abusia, and no dear, just say, air for ankasa, horn, a swan cassa, it's a hall, na. And no so I want the washroom, the walking closet, a bibia or honum, the washroom nini, aha, ura washroom na, say bibia, honum, just a wood bibia with me no one shoe top honum, just a wood be shower na, shower sa, and a born, aha, sana washrooms nina, at your walking closet, so na wall balcony, aha, just a honum no, ubit me a pea. Apigina abonten wo balcony num say old born from a papa be na wo hwewim wo hwewim new nation school no eno ene wo honom no anim honom nyina say a residential area ewo East Legon Hills honom pepepe say ufri honom a and also so sign kura a fan say from now the besa call the second floor call the second floor we need first floor on the balcony diner and the balcony room and afi the washroom ni sa dine in the washroom nti afi ni akọ master's bedroom nankasa ni the second floor honum master's bedroom nankasa ni with jacuzzi bibia wom which is the one says na just a walking closet no so eso ankasa nti free honum a say wo dan keto bi honum bit me da your office dan keto bi honum bit me da your study room and then what the ade wo free honum a say call wa bonten and no the say rooftop no na hono so into bit me there parties ebia birthday parties ebia bit me there engagement only o family keto abi like program bia o person ye bia hoso ankasa so environment na sports complex and NEC actually honum no sports complex and international Ghana players and internet Black Stars players and be ba honum ko yemu training and a new nation school no so no and was outside honum na no say honum azumi aba no new nation school no just abrofo nyina etimi ba school ho kwala ba school say o ma be ankasa say honum a access to everything abusia access to everything etino to me that hot say from na ye de so dina so ham tonton klant me from my top o na do club bit me that so na o polytanker unsu gum eno me wo dan no top o no baby ya say uni how kra busia sa dan ya me bo hu de ru nyina no $320,000 because ubetumi aba na oni yen abesusu hu negotiable oba ubetumi di wako terms bia se ehwe na se ubetumi atua pepepe before behwe na ye di amount pepepe na edan no abaye wo dia number ubetumi afre edi asiso 0248 66 4992 0248 66 4992 and that's 0244 662684 02442 662684 with me afre at the Sisa line so you be so you know back as a pepe near cho location near the wako honum now also so akoshe when so ade opa ye de bema e dan papa ni
Dream TV ase. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, Dream TV.